Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. Today I'm talking to you from my newly renovated kitchen, which is not even done yet. We have plywood countertops and that kind of thing. But this is the room that has the best lighting, and it's the room that I wanted to do a little review on a product that we've been testing for a little bit now. And you've probably seen it all over Facebook and Instagram, wherever. With all kinds of deals for getting free samples and that kind of thing. And what I'm talking about is this here. It's Science and Sport energy gels. So this one here is the orange one. They also make these in several different flavors, which I'll tell you about. But they make these energy gels. They make these energy gels with caffeine in them as well, and we tried them out. And they make powders and other kind of nutrition supplements, that kind of thing. I've never heard of them until I saw them on Facebook. I didn't know much about them. I'm using a different product for my training called Tailwind Nutrition, which if you follow this channel, I talk about it all the time because it's working very well for me. But anyway, so they're called Science and Sport, and I have a little cheat sheet here, so don't mind me looking down a couple times because my brain is like a sieve. But they're a London-based company. And they've been around for a long time, since the early 90s, but I've really never heard of them because they never moved their market really out of Europe until about 2016. Then they started marketing into the United States, and I think that's when we started seeing all these things on Facebook and Instagram in the United States for their energy gels. But what's interesting is, and I've been using many gels, different types of gels and supplements for decades now, since they've been having gels. I've used goo and power gel and honey stingers, and you name it, I've probably tried it at some point. But what I was trying to find was something that wasn't going to cause me GI issues, stomach problems. And I found that in Tailwind Nutrition because there's just carbohydrates. It basically is what they have. It's a powder. And with Science and Sport, it's the same thing. It's each packet, and they have like these 60 milliliter packets that have 22 grams of carbohydrates in it. There's no protein in there at all. It's just basically it's maltodextrin and water. In fact, the first ingredient on there is water. And if I can take a look at the box here, they might have the ingredients. Okay, so the ingredients they say is water, maltodextrin, natural flavors, and a bunch of other things that I really can't pronounce. But the first ingredient on the box here is water. And so what that helps you do is you don't have to actually take water when you take the supplement. So like with Power Gel and Goo and Honey Stinger, they recommend that you drink water as you take the gel or goo. It helps get it down, it helps get in your stomach, it helps dissolve it better and get into your bloodstream and that kind of thing to give you the energy that you need. This and since it has the main ingredient is water, it's called an isotonic energy gel, which sounds very sciencey. Whatever, it has water in it, so it's isotonic now. And so what happens is you just take the gel, you don't need to take water with it, and it absorbs into your body faster. So it gets you the energy that you need faster to keep you going. And then if you want the caffeine on top of that, then it gives you the added jolt of caffeine. And the caffeine energy gels, which are very similar to these, have like 75 milligrams of caffeine, which is a fair amount. In fact, I recommend that you don't take more than like 4 gel packs a day that have caffeine. Anyway, so I read about these a little bit, saw them on Facebook, saw them on Instagram, decided to give them a try. I bought 2 boxes of them. I think I got a little bit of a deal because I bought it through Facebook. I can't remember, but they weren't very expensive at all. If you buy them right from the store, they have some pricing here, like $50 for a 30 pack of the energy gels without caffeine. So I bought a box, the orange box you see here, that has no caffeine, and I bought another box that has the caffeine in it, and that was the berry flavored one. And I tried them, my wife tried them, I share them with some of the guys that I run with and ride with, And some of the people on my team actually were using it on their own, so I got some of their perspective as well. And basically, my feelings about it is it does work. My test for if a supplement is going to work is I use that supplement and really nothing else. So like with Tailwind Nutrition, which I keep talking about because it's so great, I use Tailwind Nutrition all day for all my workouts. I don't eat anything else. I don't even eat breakfast. I just take the Tailwind and at the dosage they recommend, and it's mixed with water, so the hydration's already there. So I did the same test with the Science and Sport energy gel, and it worked. It did what I wanted to do. I didn't bonk. I would do a track workout, which was a total of like 6 or 7 miles of between the warm up and cool down and the track workout. And then I would do my bike ride, which was like 20 miles of riding, and then I'd do another run after that. I would do all those things, and I would not eat anything else. And I didn't feel like I was gonna bonk. I did feel I was kind of heading in that direction, like I was starting to get a little tired, but it held up. The taste is okay. It doesn't have a lot of flavor. And the first time I tried it, I equated it to like baby formula, like baby food, like you can get in the little jars, because it's water based, and then there's like the gel, so it's like pulpy orange juice or banana baby food, which that takes a little bit of getting used to. And the first time I tried it, I was like, yeah, okay, I gotta get this down really quick and move on. But as I kept taking them, I anticipated that texture, consistency, and I was able to get it down. And since it's water-based, it really just you just shoot it down. You don't even have to hardly even taste it. You shoot it down, and then you have your energy. Another issue I noticed with it is the size of the packets. So most of the energy gels you have, they're like that big. Just use my hand as a measuring device. The SIS, Science and Sport energy gels, are a little bit longer. They hold 60 milliliters, and that's because they need to get the calories in there and the water in there. So the packets are a little bit bigger, and could be an issue. Not too much in my bike jersey pockets. They were able to fit in there okay. But for a lot of my training runs, for marathon training, and especially when I do like Boston Marathon stuff, I usually carry like 4 gels with me, and I can stick them in a pocket in my shorts or in my wrist wraps, and they fit in there real nice, and there's no problem. With these, they'll be a little bit larger. They're kind of intrusive to carry in your hand. So they also recommend that you take a bunch of these things. With regular energy gels, you usually take one every 45 minutes to an hour. And reading this, they say to ingest 1 to 3 gels per hour, which is a fair amount of gel. It's a lot. And if you're working out for an hour, I mean, okay, so you have to carry 1 or 2, and that actually would be fine. But then if you're doing like a 2-hour run, you're like carrying 4 to 6 of these things. And I usually carry 4 energy gels for a marathon. So for a marathon, that's almost 3 hours for me. You're carrying the case. You might as well just take the whole case with you and run with that thing. So that might be an issue. Maybe you can do a little bit less than what's recommended. So they have a bunch of different flavors, and I can tell you that real quick. So they have them in chocolate, they have berries, citrus. I have a whole list of them here. Tutti Frutti. They have a lot of different flavor varieties. But one thing I can tell you about the flavoring, the berry one, at least according to my wife and me as well, is the berry one, which has the caffeine in it, was not desirable. It was like taking cough medicine. It had like that Robitussin-y type flavor to it. So that was not great. So anyways, there's a couple of pros and cons here we have. It's pros. We'll go through the pros first. Not overly sweet, so it wasn't like a hit you in the face kind of flavor. It was a mild flavor, which is fine. Easy to swallow. It's water based, so it went right down. Just basically that baby formula texture went right down your throat, and it was fine. I didn't have any issues with any GI issues like I do with goos. Some of the goos and gels have protein in them. They give you that because they're always talking about that ratio of protein to carbohydrate. And this didn't have that. This is just carbohydrate and water. So there was I had no GI issues. I felt fine. It's easy to open. So you just use your mouth and you can open it, not a problem there. And like I said, it's 22 grams of carbohydrates. Each packet is around 86 to 90 calories around there. And if you look at like goo and some of those energy gels, they're like 100 calories. So it's in the neighborhood of those other products, a little bit less, but it's still very good. Some cons, some negative aspects. It's watery because it's water-based, and so you're carrying an extra weight of water, and you're actually paying. Like when you buy these gels, you're paying for water basically as the first ingredient. So you're paying the $50 for a 30 pack for something that's mostly water. You have to think about that. Like I said, it's got a mild flavor, which it's fine for me, but some people actually like to actually taste something, and this is actually kind of bland. They have the flavors they have a good variety of flavors, but they're still limited compared to a lot of other products out there, energy gels and goos. I mean, they have peanut butter out there, and chocolate eclair, and vanilla frosting or whatever. So they don't have quite the variety, but again, it's not really an issue for me. I'm vanilla. I'm a vanilla guy. There's only 2 flavors that are caffeinated, unfortunately. Again, it doesn't matter to me so much, but people who like a lot of variety, it may be an issue. Like I said before, they take up a little more space in your jersey than a normal gel would, so you have to accommodate for that. And if you carry them for runs, you gotta find room to put them on you. Don't mind my dog; he's whining to go outside. And so a lot of these other energy gels have what they call litter leashes on them, where you can break them open, and then the top of the tab is still attached to the packet. It just doesn't have that. So when I was running with these things, and I tore the thing off, I had to like tuck the piece of litter like in my waistband or something, because I didn't want to litter. It's not good to do that. So that was it. So anyway, that's about my take on these things. I recommend that you try them. The reason I say that is these gels and supplements and different kind of ways to get nutrition during your workout, that's all personal preference. Personally for me, I'm probably not going to use them. I'm going to stick with my Tailwind Nutrition. I enjoy it for marathons. I'll stick with my goos because I've been using them for 10 years or more. And I'm used to them, even though they have some protein, and you have to be careful not to get the stomach issues. I just don't want to carry the size with me for the SIS. But I recommend that you try them and try to find the deals on Facebook or Instagram. And what I'll actually do is they're for sale on Amazon, and I'll provide a link. I probably end up providing several links down below here to Amazon so you can get them. I'm an affiliate with Amazon, and I do get a little bit of like a kickback type of thing if you buy them through my links in Amazon. So I will do that, or you can just go on Amazon yourself and search them out and find a deal. Like I said, they're made in England. They do test them and make sure there's no contamination, and they're sealed very well. Anyway, give them a shot, and if you'd like, leave a comment below if you've tried them before, and let me know what your thoughts are on them. And I'll do some other reviews. I'll talk about Tailwind Nutrition. I'll do an official review of that at some point as well. And I have a bunch of other stuff coming up too. So if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe down below. Give me a big thumbs up if you like it. And until next time, peace.